The evolving dynamics between Russia and China, framed against the backdrop of Western pressures, present a complex picture of geopolitical maneuvering that significantly impacts Europe. This intricate relationship was highlighted during Vladimir Putin's state visit to China on May 16-17, underscoring a deepening partnership between Moscow and Beijing that transcends mere diplomatic gestures. Historically, the first foreign visit of a Russian president post-inauguration signals strategic priorities. Putin's choices in past terms, Belarus, Ukraine, and Austria, demonstrate how diplomatic focus can shift with changing global circumstances. However, the choice of China for his first state visit of the current term reflects the heightened strategic significance of Sino-Russian relations. This is especially pertinent given the joint statement issued during this visit, emphasizing the comprehensive partnership and strategic cooperation between the two nations, celebrating the 75th anniversary of their diplomatic ties. The joint statement is notable for its philosophical and multifaceted language, spanning nearly 7,000 words. It builds on a precedent set in a shorter 2022 statement, which proclaimed a boundless friendship and limitless cooperation between the two countries, unaffected by external changes. This visit and its declarations reaffirmed and expanded these commitments, illustrating a model of interstate relations tailored to the 21st century's geopolitical realities. Both Xi Jinping and Vladimir Putin highlighted principles such as mutual respect, comprehensive mutual benefit, generational friendship, support for UN-centered global governance, and opposition to unilateral hegemony. In practical terms, the economic symbiosis between Russia and China has been growing steadily. Trade turnover exceeded $240 billion last year, nearly 2.7 times the figure from a decade ago. This includes significant increases in Russian food and energy exports to China, alongside Chinese industrial products bolstering their trade relationship. Such economic interdependence underscores the strategic pivot of Russia towards China, particularly in the face of escalating Western sanctions. However, this burgeoning relationship is not without its critics. Some Western analysts and commentators argue that the alliance is fraught with inherent contradictions and that Russia may ultimately find itself subservient to China's larger economic and political heft. This perspective suggests that Moscow might eventually seek a counterbalance to Beijing, possibly reverting to improved relations with the West, which could entail significant concessions. The criticism hinges on the notion that despite their current alignment, Russia and China's strategic interests are fundamentally divergent. China's focus is predominantly the Asia-Pacific, while Russia's historical and geopolitical interests lie in Europe. This geographical and strategic bifurcation has so far facilitated a complementary partnership. Yet, if Russia continues its eastward pivot, reorienting away from Europe, the sustainability of this complementarity becomes uncertain. For Europe, the implications of this Sino-Russian rapprochement are profound. The consolidation of a strong Russo-Chinese axis in response to Western pressures could lead to a more polarized global order, complicating European diplomatic and economic strategies. Europe's ties with both Russia and China would need recalibration, balancing between engagement and containment to safeguard its own strategic interests. Despite the lyrical musings about potential fractures within the Russo-Chinese alliance, the physics of international relations, metaphorically speaking, gravitates towards a pragmatic alignment against shared threats. The reciprocal pressures from the West have fostered a natural convergence between Moscow and Beijing. This response, articulated as double counteraction versus double containment by Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi, underscores an unwavering resolve to counter Western strategies. This alliance, characterized by mutual support and strategic cooperation, reflects a pragmatic response to an existential geopolitical challenge. The Russo-Chinese partnership, deepened by Putin's recent visit, and the comprehensive joint statement signifies a robust alignment shaped by mutual geopolitical and economic interests. For Europe, this evolving dynamic necessitates a nuanced approach, recognizing the potential for both increased cooperation and competition within this new geopolitical landscape.